When it comes to great taste, the missing ingredient in your diet is mushrooms naturally. An executive chef by training, JT Gelano wants to welcome you into the flavorful and healthy world of mushrooms. Fresh, dried mushrooms, microgreens, powders and sauces, kits to grow your own rare mushrooms, and organic compost and soil to help your garden thrive. Once you visit Mushrooms Naturally, your home-cooked meals and garden will never be the same. And it's all made in the O.
This just kind of started out as a hobby for me, but I had always been into growing in addition to cooking. We started wholesaling, mostly delivering directly to a lot of restaurants in the area. And that kind of grew into us getting into some of the local farmers markets around here and starting to reach more of the general public. And over the last few years, mushrooms have really started growing in popularity for all kinds of different reasons. And so we have basically just been listening and starting providing fresh mushrooms and all of these different varieties to the public. Some of the harder to find varieties are lion's mane, shiitake, reishi mushrooms, maitake, or hen of the woods mushrooms. We do also have the benefit of dealing with some wild seasonal products too. We deal with a lot of local foragers, so during morel season, we get fresh morels come in, chicken of the woods season, chanterelle season. So we have the benefit of access to some of these products.
Even if fresh mushrooms aren't your cup of tea, dried mushroom powders could help benefit both your brain health, your gut health, and even fight inflammation.
One of our bigger products that we do now is our mushroom blend. And so this is 5 different varieties that we grow here at the farm. 100% fruiting body that we've dehydrated and ground up into a fine powder. It really allows people to just get the health benefits and the nutritional benefits without actually having to do anything with fresh mushrooms. We also started growing another product called koji. It has actually been grown and used to produce things like miso, sake, and soy sauce for thousands of years. We've been able to start developing products like our gluten-free mushroom-based soy sauces that we make, some of our miso and mushroom-based salad dressings, barbecue sauces, in addition to selling just several types of locally produced misos, which are also kind of hard to find. We keep up a rotation of about 10 to 12 different microgreens. It gives you a huge nutrient-dense bundle in a small package. And so people could come in every day and buy freshly cut microgreens, which is kind of a rare thing. Chances are, if you've gone out to eat and you've seen some of those nice microgreens on a plate locally, those could be from us. Most people have this perception that it's kind of a dank, smelly cave, where all the mushrooms grow. But, we're really here to kind of change that perception. And even chefs that have used these mushrooms for tens of years, still don't really understand until they come out to the facility and take one of our tours or a class, and they get, that real in-depth knowledge of how clean and sterile the whole process is. Everybody's favorite part is walking into our grow room. The humidifier is running, it looks cloudy in there, and then you just see shelves and shelves full of fresh mushrooms growing. And it really kind of connects everybody with the whole process. We sell ready-to-grow mushroom kits. So basically you could take this home and in about 10 days you'll have some fresh lion's mane mushroom growing right on your kitchen countertop. But the educational part, we've really kind of heard the call.
Gelano loves to share all the experience he has gained, having classes on how to forage mushrooms, how to grow mushrooms, both for beginners and advanced classes for the mad scientist at heart. And, of course, showing you how to cook them.
Me being a chef with a chef's background, we offer a once-a-month cooking with umami class. We tell them about the flavors and the textures, especially the more unfamiliar varieties. And then we kind of dive into using our misos and our soy sauce and all of these koji products. A lot of plant-based, gut health promoting, all of these things that people are really looking for nowadays. And so what we teach is, how to take these lion's mane mushrooms, marinate them, and then almost treat it like a steak. So, sear it in a skillet, put some weight on it, compress that texture, and now you've got this really developed, meaty product. taking our shiitake mushrooms here, thin slicing them and roasting them in the oven, and turning them into something that's more like bacon that we call shiitake bacon. It really helps people that are on the fence about mushrooms in general. They don't like the flavor or the texture. We have options. So, you can really kind of find that flavor profile, that application that you can use for just about whatever you're gonna cook.
And if you'd rather improve your garden than improve your cooking, Mushrooms Natural has what you need to get things really growing.
After we grow all of our mushrooms here at the farm, all of our media is organic, raw materials that these mushrooms would digest in the wilds. All of this material goes out to our compost pile. So we have produced a fresh compost that you can add to your garden, which will still actively grow mushrooms. So that's always a fun addition to most home gardeners, who's growing mushrooms in their flower pots. Or we have fully aged compost. Now this is great for raised beds, all kinds of different gardening soil building applications. And then we also make a product that is our compost concentrate in our full cycle organic soil. So both of these products have been developed in order to fully nutrify your soil. That's what kind of keeps me interested, is nobody's learned to grow all of the types of mushrooms, so there's always that challenge, and nobody's really refined this enough. So it keeps you constantly chasing a benchmark. I just hope to see every one of you out here sometime soon.